everyone, welcome back to today's video. Today, we're going to be doing a recap video on Monster Jam World Finals 21. That happened just as last week, and we'll end the 6th video series of Monster Jam World Finals 21. So let's kick things off with Monday, day at the start of the week for World Finals. The only thing that really happened was the Red Primer Gravedigger was at the stadium. And that was about it that was happening. I mean, I didn't see any other trucks there. Besides maybe Bad Company trailer, but no other trucks. Also, guys, what my thoughts are as well on the lineup is the lineup from this year was amazing. I completely agree with the 24 truck situation because, we don't want like 32 trucks where over half of the trucks that are competing throughout the points championship series are in the world finals, so we can make things balanced and even. I disagreed when they did 12 trucks for world finals. For 12 trucks, and not 12, but for 24 trucks back in 2019, since there were plenty of room for 32, but I completely agree with 24 this year. Maybe they'll go back to 32 for next year if they have more tours. And pretty much, guys, also all the competitors this year did deserve it. Even Caleb Blood and Mark List. And everyone who is on that tour definitely did deserve it. Although I do wish somebody like guys like John Zimmer Jr., Zach Garner, David Olfert, Matt Pagliarulo, Ryan Disharoon, Elvis Linus, Tony Oaks, Miranda Kozad, Bernard Light, Travis Mowry. I kind of wish they were in the lineup, but unfortunately they never did. This is also the first World Finals to break some big barriers as far as the lineup. First World Finals without Bounty Hunter or Jimmy Crean since 2001. First one without Wildflower or Rosalie Raymer since 2016. And first one without Becky McDonough since 2016. First World Finals without Lucas Oil Crusader since 2010. First World Finals without Lindsay Wink since, I think, 2005. First World Finals without Morgan Kane since 2014. In the first World Finals to only have one Max D. What else happened? First World Finals without Monster Mutt Dalmatian since 2000, I believe, 7 or 6. No, 2006 or 2005. So, first time without a Scooby-Doo since 2012. So I believe that's pretty much everything. I looked these up all on the Wiki fandom. But this is an amazing lineup. I definitely agree. We have more independents than we had in 2019. Because in 2019, we only had 3 independents. Which were Avenger, Bounty Hunter, and Wildflower. When we should have had some more independents like maybe Corey Rummel or Cole Vennard. Or Mike Valders Jr. in that lineup. Maybe even Nick or Matt Pagliarulo. But I'm happy to see 6 independents here. 2 from Yellow Tour, 4 from Red Tour. The independents in this lineup were Corey Rummel, Jim Kohler, Nick Pagliarulo, John Gordon, Jamie Garner, and Cole Vennard. Alrighty, let's go now to Tuesday, as nothing happened on Tuesday. Hey, there was nothing at the stadium. I was checking Instagram constantly, but there was nothing there. Wednesday, we would see practice on the brand new racing track, which would see Todd LeDuc and Camden Murphy lay down the fastest passes on this new over-under style track. Next up, the Thursday, we would see that at the press conference, that happened in the morning, some stuff got revealed. I know there's one big information news, but I'll be covering that at the end of the video. We have the St. Jude Calvin truck got revealed, as well as our test race pass with Armando Castro and Tony Oaks. Armando Castro would be braking, and this was just a showcase, not even an actual qualifying pass. None of these competitors were competing, but luckily they were able to get Armando Castro's truck fixed back up for the skills challenge, which happened on Sunday. More about why the skills challenge happened on Sunday and rather than Friday will be talked about later on in the video. Then later on was qualifying. where we would see Tom Meents get the qualifying win. This would be Tom Meents' first qualifying win in a while, in my memory. This is also the first time since 2017 where the trucks ran bodies, where they had their bodies on in qualifying, except for Avenger, Kraken, Bad Company, and Overboard, as they all had new bodies, so they kept their bodies off. But the rest of the trucks would run with bodies on. Thankfully, no one crashed. But luckily, we were close with Caleb Blood almost not hitting the race ramp. She almost not hit the race ramp. But this is the first time, guys. I don't think they should have qualified with the bodies on. I think they should have done them off like what they did. Because the trucks ran qualifying with the bodies off from, I believe, World Finals is 1. World Finals 1 through 12. And then they also ran bodies off for 19 and 20. And they ran qualifying with the bodies on for World Finals 13. World Finals 13 through World Finals 18, as well as they ran them with the bodies on during World Finals 21. So that was definitely an interesting move there. Thankfully, no one crashed and destroyed their bodies. Next up would be Friday. I would be good. That's the day we drove down to the stadium. Now, this, guys, was the Orlando trip that I've seen with the most traffic in quite a while. Maybe it's because we're traveling on a Friday and there's probably lots of people going to Disney World. Who knows? But this was the most traffic. There may be a show with more traffic, which might have been in, what was it? Orlando Show 1 in 2019. Not the World Finals, but just the regular stadium show that they had in 2019. But we also got to the stadium as well, guys, and when we filmed at the stadium, it was kind of hard to see because of well, it's not really the fence fault, but it's all the sponsors and logos they put around on the fence where we could not see through it. Unlike what happened when we were filming at the stadium in Tampa, where it was easy to see through the fence. And also, guys, how they laid out their trailers on the outside was definitely a bit interesting. Interesting how you can almost walk up close to the trailers, where in Tampa they were enclosed behind fences. And I would see a lot of trailers, a lot of Monster Jam trailers, as well as I saw trailers for Jester. I saw Jester's front. I saw Garner's towing, which was for Overboard, Team Overboard. I saw Team Throttles and Team Scream. And a lot of other Monster Jam trailers. I think I also saw Velociraptor heading to the pit party, but I just didn't know what it was because I didn't see it. Maybe they wanted to keep all these logos on the fence so that way when they were crossing the trucks for pit party with the bodies on nothing would get leaked onto the internet. Someone possibly driving by and then they just, leak the new body. Body that was supposed to be a surprise unveil at World Finals. So, yeah, also, guys, we had the awards show, which was definitely interesting. Now, there were a few curse words in the awards show, but I think the awards show was pretty decent. There were some funny moments, like from Jim Kohler, Cole Vennard. We had Jim Kohler in his swaggy outfit, Cole Vennard being a drunken sailor, and Barmy Sowers jokes with the donuts, which was definitely interesting. I've never seen the awards show before, but this would be my first time. I didn't actually go there. I watched it on YouTube Live. But it was definitely an interesting awards show. So it's some pretty cool awards. Cool awards and funny moments. Now, I don't know if this award show is meant to be for kids because of some of the stuff in the awards show, but like some of the dresses the girls wore and some of the curse words I kind of did here, but yeah, it was definitely an interesting award show. I don't know if that's how it is normally because I've never seen the award show before. So, who knows? And also, Dennis Anderson, I think, is trying to give out Monster Jam Lord a shout out. But who knows? Because there's no Monster Truck God, because there's only one God. Unless, yeah. Yeah, unless he was trying to give a shout out to Monster Jam over, hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Imagine a video gets copyrighted by MatPat. That'd be crazy. But yeah, it's definitely interesting with some funny and cool moments. But Jim Cole definitely had the best outfit of that award show. The nice silver. Like when he had that nice orange back in 2019. Alrighty, next up would be Saturday, as we would have the pit party. The pit party would be very, very interesting, with a lot of new unveilings. Such as in returning paint schemes, such as the Grandma Gravedigger, Jim Kohler's World Finals 18 Avenger, the new 25th anniversary World Finals 21 scheme for Avenger, Jim Kohler's World Finals 17 scheme, Vendetta, Rust Vendetta, the ride trucks would come back, especially the Megalodon one when making a return. We had the Calvin truck making at the pit party, Red Jester, Blue Kraken, Neon Orange Bad Company, Chrome Blue Overboard, 25th anniversary Gravedigger, Red Primer Gravedigger, Velociraptor. And that would be about it. There's a lot of new trucks, and also the 30th anniversary Monster Jam truck. But this pit party would be interesting, is almost every independent got a new scheme, or a new truck. Except for a few trucks that did not get new schemes, like Corey Rummel's Megalodon, Black Pearl, Wildside, Terminal Velocity, Paul Jensen's Jurassic Attack, Rockwell Red, all did not get new paint schemes, but the rest of the independent schemes that got new paint schemes or new trucks like Velociraptor or Recreation. Well, I forgot to put Recreation in this PowerPoint slide, so that's oops on me. For not showing Recreation, I forgot to put that in there. It's my bad. Also, the people where I met a lot of Monster Jam community members. Like, you can even see Avengers Racing in my vlog. I even was in Avengers Racing made an appearance, as well as Jesus Esparza. He also made it into my vlog. And we also had Monster Jam OCD. He didn't get an interview, but he was also on my vlog. Then we also, we did see the 30th anniversary. Now, guys, for the 30th anniversary Encore, but there's a lot of YouTubers there, like T-Senso4, Monster Jam Reels, Avengers Racing, Monster Jam OCD, Mac Bulldog Mac, Monster Jam Collector 2007, I think Monster Jam Washington was there. This Monster Jam shows, just like so many, Dave 609, not 69, but 609. But, there's just so many Monster Jam T-Senso4, there's just so many Monster Jam YouTubers who were there. Like, you would always run into them in somebody's pit party line. Oh, can't forget, Lego Fan 506 as well. But now, guys, we have the 30th anniversary Encore. As in my opinion, this would almost remind me of the World Finals 18 25th anniversary Encore. But just a bit different. With a reverse forward momentum backflip instead of a forward momentum backflip. And this would be taking place at the beginning of the show rather than at the end. And this time they were hitting some sort of like Spin Master play set almost, and compared to going over another truck like we saw in 2017. But it'd be awesome seeing Tom Ince do a stunt. And possibly being one of his last stunts ever, since he's getting a bit older, and he seems like Colt Neiffelberger was doing some more of this stunts, like what he did back in 2019 for World Finals 20. I think the truck for the 3rd anniversary Encore looked very cool, like the 25th anniversary, and I do think they had a really good theme song for it, the same as what we saw in the other Encore. Then next up would be racing, as it would be interesting because of the rain and the rain delays, and of how they had to postpone the event, and the track got significantly wetter. This would be interesting here for the racing competition. But it would be really interesting. As in the racing competition, some statistics, all the female drivers got out in round 1. Being Kristen Anderson lost to Bryce Kenny, Brianna Mahan lost to Charlie Pauken, Caleb Blood lost to Tristan England, and Cynthia Gauthier lost to Brandon Vincent. All the Gravediggers made it to round 2 except for except for Kristen Anderson. Most independents lost in round 1, except for Megalodon, Corey Rummel, and Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. Jamie Garner lost to Weston Anderson, and Jim Kohler lost to Corey Rummel. Jim Kohler lost to Cole Vennard, and John Gordon lost to Corey Rummel. It'd be interesting to see the racing, as Corey Rummel was the best independent driver out there. And I think and Kristen Anderson did the best out of all the females, and Corey Rummel did the best out of all the independents. And Brandon Vincent did the best out of all the diggers. And right now, in ranking of all the graveyards, who did the best? Brandon Vincent did the best in racing. Then I think after that would be Tyler Menninga. Then Adam Anderson. Then Weston Anderson. Then Kristen Anderson. So it'd be interesting, guys, as well. It would be time for also, guys, the final round race, guys. In the semifinals, we would see Tristan England. We're gonna recap the semifinals now. Tristan England would lose to Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. Tristan England almost had racing. He was laying fast passes, but he's kind of spun out and messed up in the semifinals. Then we had Brandon Vincent go up against Tyler Menninga. Tyler Menninga would be close again to another racing championship. This would be as far as he made it. This would be the first time he's made it to the semifinals since 2018. But unfortunately, he would have his truck break and break down, and Brandon Vincent would win the race, even though he couldn't finish because more rain was coming. But well, guys, the final round race would happen, and it would start to rain. And it was all down to Brandon Vincent and Gravedigger and Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. This would be by far the most chaotic final round race in Monster Jam World Finals history. All the Monster Jam Finals of the chaos of the final round for sure. Beating 2019, 2017, 2010, and 2009. And this would be so crazy running in the rain. Ryan Anderson did have a smooth jump when he was going for the over-under. He did have a smooth jump and had a nice turn. But it'd be coming down now to the final stretch. And you come down now to the final stretch where it would be Ryan and Brandon Vincent. They jumped the next jump. Ryan Anderson jumped over the over-under and has come around the final turn. Brandon Vincent was also coming around. Ryan Anderson would come around, hit the wall, do a complete 360 turn, and pop his tire. Brandon Vincent would also jump over the over-under, but he would also spin out over here. Luckily, he was able to recover. He had lost second gear, so he's running in first gear, so he just smashed the gas pedal on the truck and finished the race. So this would be the most chaotic and most memorable, probably, of all the final round races. And there were so many people, guys, surprisingly, who were able to get footage of this. Such as Monster Jam Lord, Avengers Racing, and SpongeBob Fan 23 being me. We all got the footage. Which is amazing. Amazing, guys, in the rain. And Wayne's reaction to the final round race was absolutely amazing. He had the best reaction out of everyone during that final round race. That final round race, it was just amazing. Then, it'll be time for the next day, Sunday. As we kick it off with the Skills Challenge. As well, this Skills Challenge was not as good as 2019. It still showed some cool runs from Tom Meents and Ryan Anderson. In my opinion, Tyler Menninga should have finished third, not second. And Ryan Anderson should have finished second and Tom Meents in first. Brandon Vincent should have maybe gotten third because he tried a new trick. But that Skills Challenge from Ryan and Tom Meents were amazing, with Ryan Anderson's great save. Something you see uncommon now, if this was a regular stadium show, Brian would have probably gotten shut off. And Tom Mentz is nailing that skills trick, defending his title and becoming a 13-time world champion. Now they only got 1 attempt instead of 4 this time around. Maybe it's because they had to shorten the attempt number because they had to still go through today that Sunday high jump skills and freestyle. So they had to go all 3, and they didn't want it to be too long of a show. So maybe they just cut it down a little bit. And also to save some of the trucks like Blue Thunder, Max D, and Son of a Digger, who are competing in all the competitions. Next up would be the High Jump Championship. It's going to be interesting. Although the field for the Skills Challenge was pretty similar to 2019, and with the exception of replacing Adam Anderson and Neil Elliott with Camden Murphy and Todd LeDuc. The High Jump Championship would almost be a completely different lineup. Getting rid of Camden Murphy, but they got rid of Scott Buteau, Camden Murphy, and another driver. I can't remember who it was. They got rid of a few drivers and replaced them with Kristen Anderson, Barry Musauer, and Ryan Anderson. So, and oh yeah, they also removed Rosalie Rammer, Scott Buteau, and Camden Murphy, and replaced them with Kristen Anderson. And Ryan Anderson and Barry Musauer. Now, this high jump championship I'd see as being better than the one we saw back in 2019. With Jim Kohler, he kind of did the same as what he did when he did in 2019. Thought he finished higher, but apparently he didn't. But unfortunately, he did not. For Jim Kohler. But Corey Rummel, even though having a CRC chassis, which is a bit heavier, he still finished in 4th place. Barry Musauer in 3rd. Tom Mentz in 2nd. Kristen Anderson in 8th. Cynthia Gauthier in 5th. Todd LeDuc in 7th. Let's see here. 8th place was Kristen Anderson. 7th place was Todd LeDuc. 6th place was Jim Kohler. 5th place was Cynthia Gauthier. 4th place was Corey Rummel. 3rd place was Barry Musauer. 2nd place was Tom Mentz. And 1st place was Ryan Anderson. As Ryan Anderson would now become a 3-time World Finals champion by winning the high jump, which would be amazing for Ryan Anderson. But in this high jump, we'd see some drivers do better than their previous years, than the previous World Finals performance, such as Tom Mentz and Corey Rummel did better. Jim Kohler did about the same, and Todd LeDuc and Cynthia Gauthier did a bit worser. Now, it'd be time for the most waited for, Freestyle. Now, the Freestyle track, in my opinion, was pretty good. And the only thing I wish they had was a fountain. There's a fountain pond. Is right now it's to be another World Finals without the fountain pond. The fountain pond made appearances in World Finals is 6 through 11, as well as World Finals 13 and 18 and 19. It was gonna be in World Finals 20, but they canceled it due to the skills challenge and the high jump. So they didn't want people doing the skills into the fountain or doing a high jump into the fountain. That's probably why they never had it. Hopefully, World Finals 22 will have a fountain. I mean, the entire track was almost like a fountain after the rain. It's going to be the 3rd World Finals when rain played effect. It played effect as well as in World Finals 6 and in World Finals 20. World Finals 6 didn't cause any delays, but World Finals 20 did cause a delay. For the final 5 freestyles. Meanwhile, there was a rain delay for like 10 minutes before the show started, which was interesting. But freestyle would be pretty amazing. But I don't know where I'd rank this in freestyle is comparing it to other World Finals like World Finals 9, 18, and World Finals 20. My top 3 favorite World Finals. This World Finals would be amazing. Although we wouldn't see any LeDuc leaps across the stadium, triple bus jumps, or any corkscrews, front flips, or reverse back flips, there'd still be some amazing and a lot of amazing runs. It's almost every driver through that amazing runs. There's some amazing runs from Cody Saucier, Royston Anderson, Cole Vennard, Mark Liss, Todd LeDuc, Tyler Menninga, Ryan Anderson, Charlie Pauking, Jamie Garner, John Gordon. There were just so many amazing runs, but there were some people who did struggle, like Cynthia Gauthier and Jim Kohler and Corey Rummel. They all had some good runs going for them. They had a good run for them. If Corey Rummel and Jim Kohler did not break anything on their trucks, they probably had something going for them. They could have finished a bit higher. And Jim Kohler's having some big air throughout his run. Meanwhile, Cindy Gauthier, he almost had a really nice save opportunity. Top opportunity, but she unfortunately crashed. If she would have saved it, she probably could have won. She probably could have won freestyle. But again, Adam Anderson would also struggle in freestyle again. And so Adam Anderson, ever since 2017, might have done decent. He may have hit a backflip in 2017, but he crashed on his first in 2018, and in 2019 he just struggled. He crashed early. Not on his first hit, though. But ultimately, it'd be Tom Meents winning the freestyle. Also, Barry and Musauer also had a really good run. Tom Meents, I'm really happy for his run here. He's definitely the deserved winner, unlike what we saw in 2019. But Tom Meents, he had that nice, maximum moonwalk not maximum moonwalk, who's ready for Moshing likes to call it the hoppy stoppy, where he jumps into the stoppy moonwalk that thing across the track. Tom Meents' best hoppy stoppy we've probably ever seen in his career, and how he just in full fast and they go backwards with that truck. So that was just amazing. There were for some reason, backflips into wheelies, like from John Gordon, Tyler Menninga, and Ryan Anderson. I don't know how that was possible. And there was also a lot of cool saves, like from Cole Vennard, Todd LeDuc, Cody Saucier, Charlie Pauking. They all had amazing saves. And Small Guys is the best backflip into the moonwalk ever. If you thought Camden Murphy's backflip and moonwalk in 2000 and Wolf Finals 20 in 2019 was good, you should definitely see Mark List's backflip into a moonwalk back in the World Finals from this year. He had the best one in history. The longest and farthest walked, probably so far. And also, the Independents did a lot better in freestyle this year than what we've seen in some of the years past. Independents really struggled in 2018 with Jim Kohler, Jimmy Creedon crashing early, Mike Vollers having some troubles on the backflip, breaking his truck, Rosalie Raymer breaking it on the first hit, and Corey Rummel and Cole Vennard just having mediocre runs and crashing early. The Independents would do a lot better in this year's World Finals. In the World Finals freestyle, John Gordon, Cole Vennard, Jamie Garner all had amazing runs. But Nick Pagliarulo would struggle, unfortunately. He did not fill 30 seconds. And Jim Kohler would also, he had some nice air going for him, but he just crashed early. So did Corey Rummel. But so 3 independents struggled, and then the other 3 did amazing. So that'd be pretty much it for the freestyle. And in the hour and a half drive home, I kind of did, even though I was sad the World Final was over, I was happy to at least step out of the car and be back in my own house and see my cat again. But this is definitely probably the best World Finals of all time. Crazy racing, crazy freestyle, a pretty better high jump than 2019, and a skills challenge that was okay. Yeah, I definitely have to say, guys, this will definitely be the best World Finals ever. If I didn't go to this World Finals, I would still say World Finals in 18 would be still number 1, and this would maybe finish like maybe 3 or 4 maybe on my list. But since I went there, and it was a really great show. So far, 2022 of all the shows I've gone to have been pretty amazing. My next show I will probably go to will either be a Tampa next year, or maybe if they do Amway or Amalie Arena later on this year. And then, guys, we have the Gravedigger 40th Anniversary Encore. Now, this would not, guys, be as good as what we saw in 2012 and in 2017 for the 30th and 35th Anniversary Encores. This would still be pretty amazing with this big truck jump that Adam Anderson would do. Now, the jump looks like it's shorter, in my opinion, than what he did back in Megalodon back in 2020 for the Guinness Breaking World Records, where he jumped 8 trucks. And this is the first time he's ever jumped them where the trucks are facing nose to each other, rather than like side to side, like how they position them differently. It was nice to see the video board animations they did were pretty amazing with the theme. Adam had a pretty good jump. They launched like a bunch of fireworks afterwards, which was amazing. I was like, Adam could have like done the jump, but then the trucks get back, and then the drivers get back in, and they just start freestyling. And him, John Zimmer, Kristen Anderson, Tyler Menninga, Brandon Vincent, and they all go out and they just start freestyling these trucks. That's what I would have loved to see. But fortunately, they didn't do that. But the jump was still just pretty cool. And, well, guys, for the YouTube side of things, well, guys, unfortunately, guys, this event did not get as many views as Tampa. Although most of my videos, I think, are over 300 or 400 views, this is still not as good as what we saw in Tampa. As in Tampa, all 5 or 6 of my videos got over 1,000 views, except for maybe the credits video. But the Thursday and Friday at the stadium, the Saturday pit party vlog, and the Saturday and Sunday's full shows all got over 1,000 views. I think the problem is, I think I got overshadowed when I filmed my events and uploaded them, because there's so many YouTubers there, like I was talking about earlier. So many of them. Uploading and recording stuff that I just got overshadowed. That probably people were probably like the first, because I mean there was so much stuff being blown out there with Instagram, the YouTubers like Monster Jam, Lord, and Real trying to upload stuff immediately, as well as T-Senso4. Wayne uploaded a few days later. There's a lot of stuff. If I click Monster Jam Finals 21, you'll find a lot of YouTubers who were uploading stuff. So I just think I just got like overshadowed. Plus I didn't upload until really later, because when I got home it was around 10 o'clock at nighttime. And there was already a lot of content uploaded. So I definitely got overshadowed. Because in Tampa, what I had the advantage of is that there weren't that many YouTubers filming in Tampa. It was just me, Monster Jam Reels, Monster Jam Lord, Avengers Racing, and I think the other person who was there was Silver Bullet. But those were the only 4. Nobody else was uploading anything from what I know. And so I had the advantage that I was one of the only few YouTubers, and I got my content out pretty quickly. Which is why, well, I probably got a lot of views on that. And guys, still to this day, East Rutherford SUI, East Rutherford, my pool table show, still has over 100k views. How that video did that, I have no idea. I don't know what's so special about it. I don't know if the people from East Rutherford just love that video so much, but I don't know. But this would be the end as well, guys. Next year is gonna be World Finals 22. It will be in Nashville. I'm still undecided. Part of me wants to go, but this would be a 10-hour drive to go there. So it'd be kind of like the farthest drive I've ever gone on. My farthest is 3 hours, but 10 hours, I don't know. I do not know if we can do that. I would love to try to be a part of World Finals 22. This time it will be happening in the summer in Nashville. Hopefully there's going to be no rain. It's going to be a big floor. I can't wait to see what will happen next year. If I go or can't go, I can't wait to see what will happen. But, for guys, that will be the end of World Finals 21. I would like to give some credits out. These World Finals 21 vlogs featured me, my mom, my dad, SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Starr, Sandy Cheeks, Squidward Tentacles, Eugene H. Krabs, Perch Perkins, Perch Perkins did appear. Here, Avengers Racing, and Monster Jam OCD all appeared in my video. And I even got an appearance on Jesus Esparza of this vlog. So credits to them. Credits to my mom, as she filmed a lot of stuff, more than what she filmed in Tampa, because in Tampa, my mom only filmed the Thursday and Friday vlogs at the stadium. This year at the World Finals, she filmed the Friday at the stadium, the Saturday and Sunday pit party vlogs. While my dad did help film some of the Sunday pit party vlog, but they also did film the full shows for Saturday and Sunday. Thank you. I'd also like to give thanks to Jesus and God for letting this event go through, pushing the weather away, so that way we can see him nice and have a nice, safe, fun time at Monster Jam World Finals. And until next year, who knows if it'll go, but I'm sure I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. And guys, it's the end of World Finals 21, but this year's just getting started. And guys, please stay tuned as the World Finals not over yet, because this year, World Finals 23 that I'm doing is back on my full table. Stay tuned June 11th to June 12th, as we'll see Monster Jam World Finals 23. So we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.